Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Charlie. On today's episode, I'm going to be showing y'all how to make my homemade cookies and cream cake. Now, this is not to be confused with like the regular Oreo cookies and cream cake or a chocolate cookies and cream cake where they just take the cookies and just add it into the cake batter. This cake is based off of the Hershey's cookies and cream candy bar. It has white chocolate in it. It also has chocolate sandwich cookies, which we take the cookies and the filling and we add that into the cake batter and into the frosting. And of course, we add our butter, eggs, sugar, flour, leavening, and flavorings to create a wonderful and delicious cookies and cream cake that you're going to love. This recipe calls for about 20 or more servings, about 20 to 22 servings, because it is a pretty large cake. It is absolutely delicious. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, here's all you'll need to make your homemade cookies and cream cake. Let's get started with our ingredients. You'll need some all-purpose flour, sugar, salt, baking powder, unsalted butter at room temperature, large eggs at room temperature, sour cream at room temperature, heavy whipping cream at room temperature, white baking chocolate, and you're going to need 2 packs of those. That's about 8 ounces total. Vanilla extract, butter extract, confectioner sugar, and some chocolate sandwich cream cookies. Now it could be any kind of brand. I'm using an off brand today. And to bake your cake, you will need some Baker's Joy non-stick baking spray and a Fat Daddy-O tube pan. Now this is a 15 cup in capacity tube pan. And there we have it. Alright, let's get straight to it. So we're going to take our chocolate sandwich cookies and we're just going to separate them. So we're going to take the cookies, we're going to place them over here into this serving bowl. And I'm going to take the frosting mixture from the cookies. And I'm going to just add that into this small bowl over here. Now I did use the entire 14-ounce pack of chocolate sandwich cookies. Alright, now I placed my chocolate cookies into this medium-sized bowl. I'm going to just take a potato masher. I'm just going to break up the cookies into very small pieces. Alright, and this is how our mixture looks here when it's done. As you can see, that's very coarse crumbs. Exactly what we're looking for. Now we're going to add both of these into both the cake and the frosting for this recipe. Alright, so half is going to go into the cake, half is going to go into the frosting. Alright, so now I'm going to break up 6 ounces of the white baking chocolate. That's 1 whole pack, 1 4-ounce pack of the baking chocolate plus only half of the second pack. And I'm going to break this up into small bite-sized pieces. Do this the best way you can. Now I'm going to place this into my microwave on high for about 1 minute. And every 20 seconds you want to stop the microwave and stir it. Like how you see here. As you can see, that white chocolate is nice and melted. Now if it does turn back into solid form at any point, you can place it back into your microwave and you can melt it on high for about 30 seconds or until the chocolate has completely melted again. Alright, so in this small glass bowl I have about 2.2 ounces of the from the chocolate cookie sandwiches, and this is the other half here. So you're going to set this on the side. This is about 2.2 ounces as well. So we're going to add this into the frosting. So you're going to set this on the side for later. Now for this right here, we're going to add this into the cake. So what we're going to do first is we're going to place this in the microwave and we're going to melt this on high for about 30 seconds or until the mixture melts. Like how you see here, you can see that's nice and melted. Now you can also place this back into your microwave if it does happen to get too cold to where it turns back into this solid form. You can just place it back into the microwave on high for about 10 to 20 seconds or until it's melted again. Alright, let's get started with our dry ingredients. So in this medium-sized bowl with a mesh strainer, you can also use a cake sifter. I'm going to add 2 1/2 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to go ahead and sift all the ingredients into this medium-sized bowl. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my spoon and I'm just going to stir all the ingredients together. Alright, let's get started with our wet ingredients. So in a separate medium-sized bowl, I'm going to add 1 cup of heavy whipping cream at room temperature, 1/3 cup of sour cream at room temperature, 1/8 of a cup, that's about 2.5 ounces in weight, of our melted white chocolate, and 1/8 of a cup of our melted sandwich cookie cream, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and 1 teaspoon of butter extract. Now I'm going to take my whisk and I'm just going to stir all the ingredients together until combined. Alright, let's get started with the preparation of our cake batter. So in our stand mixer bowl fitted with the paddle attachment, I'm going to add 2 sticks of unsalted butter that has been softened and at room temperature. And to that, I'm going to add 2 1/4 cups of sugar. Now I'm going to go ahead and start my mixer on a medium-low speed just to get that butter and sugar incorporated. Then I'm going to turn my mixer up to the highest setting and I'm going to mix this on high speed for 5 minutes. Now at some point during those 5 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and stop my mixer and I'm going to go ahead and scrape down the sides of my bowl. Continue mixing that in. Alright, scrape down the sides of your bowl. Now I'm going to go ahead and start my mixer on a medium speed and I'm going to add 4 large eggs in at room temperature, 1 at a time. Alright, scrape down the sides of your bowl. Now I'm going to alternate the all-purpose flour mixture and the white chocolate cream mixture into the batter. Now we're only adding the ingredients in here 3 separate times. We're not doing any measurements or anything like that. I'm going to add the first amount of the all-purpose flour mixture and the first amount of the white chocolate cream mixture. Now I'm going to mix this on a medium-low speed for about 15 to 20 seconds or until combined. Alright, scrape down the sides of your bowl. I'm going to add the second amount of the all-purpose flour mixture and the second amount of the white chocolate cream mixture. And again, I'm going to mix this on a medium-low speed for about 15 to 20 seconds or until combined. Alright, scrape down the sides of your bowl. Now I'm going to add the third and final amount of the all-purpose flour mixture and the third and final amount of the white chocolate cream mixture. Now you make sure you get your spatula to get that all in there. And one more time, we're going to mix this on a medium-low speed for about 15 to 20 seconds or until combined. Alright, scrape down the sides of your bowl. Next, I'm going to add 1 1/4 cups, that's about 5.5 ounces in weight, of our chocolate cookie crumbs right on in there. Now I'm going to take my spatula and I'm just going to fold the cookie crumbs into the batter. And there we have it. Our cookies and cream cake batter is now ready. Now I'm going to go ahead and spray my tube pan with the Baker's Joy non-stick baking spray. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and preheat my oven to 325 degrees. Now I'm going to go ahead and carefully add my prepared cookies and cream batter into my tube pan. Now using the back of a spoon, I'm going to spread my cookies and cream cake batter around my tube pan as evenly as possible. To make the batter more even, shake your pan. And also tap the bottom of your tube pan. Now it is ready to be baked. Now I'm going to go ahead and place this into a preheated 325-degree oven on the lower rack. I did bring the rack up just one above the bottom rack so that way my cake won't brown too much. Bake this for 1 hour and 10 minutes. Alright, it's been about 1 hour and 10 minutes now for our cake. Now let's go ahead and remove this out of the oven. Now a toothpick inserted into the cake should come out clean. Now you're going to let the cake cool for about 3 to 4 hours before you remove it out of the pan. Now I just want to let you know this as well. When using these kind of pans, like these tube pans, when the cake bakes, it rises up. And then when you take it out the oven, it settles. And when it settles, along the top up here, it might appear to be like crumbly and crusty and might even separate from the rest of the cake. Don't worry about that. That is just normal. Let the cake cool for about 3 to 5 hours before removing it out of the pan. Alright, here I have a cake pad. Alright, and here's our cake. I let mine cool completely in the tube pan. So take the cake pad, place it on top, flip it over. As you can see, it already came out. You can see I got a lot of crumbs around the sides, but don't worry about that. And there we have it. Now, as you can see right here, like I said from earlier, as you can see, they got the crumbs right there. Don't worry about that. You could easily just take, because we're covering this anyways, so you could easily just take a knife and just remove some of the crumbs from the sides if it's a problem. And from there you could just take your little pastry brush and just dust the crumbs into the baking pan, the same pan you bake the cake in. Alright, let's get started with making our cookies and cream frosting, and I'm using a hand mixer. Alright, to begin, I'm going to add 2 sticks of unsalted butter, softened and at room temperature, right on in there. And to that, I'm going to add 2 ounces of the chocolate sandwich filling. So that's 2 ounces of weight of that right on in there. Alright, next I'm going to add 1/8 of a cup of our melted white chocolate. Make sure that you use a spatula to get that all in there. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1/2 teaspoon of butter extract. This next ingredient is optional. 1/8 of a teaspoon of almond extract. Sneak a little bit of that in there. 2 cups of confectioner sugar. And 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. That's going to bring out all the flavors. Now I'm going to first start off by taking a spoon and I'm just going to stir the ingredients carefully. We just want to stir the ingredients until it starts to come together. This will help our mixer, so that way the mixer won't do everything. Okay, now we see that our mixture is starting to come together. Just scrape down the sides of my bowl like that. Now I'm going to go ahead and take my mixer and I'm going to mix this on high speed for 1 minute. Alright, scrape down the sides of your bowl. And lastly, I'm going to add 2/3 cup of the crumbled chocolate cookie crumbs. I'm going to just take my spatula and I'm just going to fold the cookie crumbs into the frosting. Just stir it until it's combined. Don't stir it too much, because the frosting will eventually turn chocolate. So just make sure it's stirred until it's incorporated. And there you have it. Alright, now I'm going to take some of my cookies and cream frosting and I'm just going to add that on top of the cake. I'm going to just kind of add it on and just spread it around with my spatula. Just a little bit at a time. And then from there I'm going to take some. Hope y'all can see. And I'll just put some onto the sides as well. Alright, now that we got that out the way, here we have another spatula, offset spatula. And we're going to take some and we're going to add some into the middle of the cake as well. Can't forget about that. Okay, that looks a mess. So I'm going to just take my spatula. I'm just going to try to smoothen this up. And there we have it. Our cake is ready. Now you're going to wait about 10 to 15 minutes, and after that, it is ready to be served. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and cut you a slice. My, oh my, look at that. Look at how beautiful that looks. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Cookies and cream cake made by a New Orleans native. If you like my channel, hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell button if you want to be notified of my videos. I have an official website for all of my recipes, including for this delicious cookies and cream cake. You can go to www.charliethecookandrews.com. You can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter under the name Charlie the Cook Andrews. Stay tuned as Charlie's Taste Test is coming up next. Can't wait. Now it's time to go ahead and take a bite. Look at that. It's really, really good. The cake is moist, slightly dense. It's not overly sweet at all. It's just the right amount of sweetness. And as far as the cake goes, you can taste the flavor of the chocolate cookies along with the flavorings that we added into the cake. And then the frosting has it adds a whole different type of flavor dimension to the cake. It really brings out all the flavors. It's really good. So, give the recipe a try. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, have a good one. Peace.